today's world, there are about 1 billion people that live in slum communities. We partner with local organizations to bring greater freedom, justice, and restoration to the poor and the oppressed. Justice Ventures International does 4 different things. First, we provide legal casework support to come alongside and secure justice for victims of human trafficking and other forms of extreme injustice. Secondly, we provide human rights training for local leaders in the private sector as well as government officials. Third, we provide advocacy support, both at the grassroots level as well as working to influence even central governments to change policies and change laws to bring justice. And then fourthly, working with freedom businesses, bringing true economic freedom to individuals that are coming out of situations of human trafficking and other injustice. JVI's vision is to see that these unjust situations in India and China are transformed by the power of these local organizations, these engines of change that can bring greater freedom, justice, and restoration for the poor and the oppressed.
When I look at India, I see a country that's just growing by leaps and bounds. People have a lot more money to spend, but then there's also the other side of India where people are leaving villages, coming to the cities in the hope of finding jobs because there's nothing left for them in the villages. And they sort of fall into this cesspit in the city. It's just unfair that people live in complete degradation without any sort of dignity. And I think as fellow human beings, we need to care about one another. And we need to care that there are people who have no access to justice whatsoever unless we do something about it.
In 25 years of legal practice at a major law firm, I didn't see as much justice in those 25 years as I have in the last few years working with JVI, actually reaching out.
If you could go there and you could see some of these women who were formerly trapped in the sex trade, who now have dignity, a sense of self-worth, you would come away saying, wow, there is hope.
As JVI works to bring freedom to those who suffer complete injustice in India, would you be a part of our movement? Would you be a part of JVI and bring freedom to the oppressed?
JVI's work in China is focused on 2 groups. One would be migrant workers and sex trafficking victims. There are about 5 million migrant workers in Beijing alone, moving from mainly the countryside to the cities in search of better opportunities. And unfortunately, when they move to the cities, they're subject to a lot of exploitation and abuse. The Chinese laws are such that they can't have access to many basic services and rights.
We're seeing a divide that we have had in this country for a long time, and that is between the haves and the have-nots. And a lot of the people who are prospering in China are taking advantage of those who are less fortunate.
Although the problems are huge, they are really dedicated to the work. They're tireless in their efforts to bring about the legal reform and just real personal hope to these victims. And I'm excited about the work they're doing and being able to walk alongside them and to learn from them and strengthen their advocacy.
So what JVI does is try to forge those partnerships at both the local level and the international level to give opportunity for those that care about these issues to get involved in the work, whether they're a church, whether they're a business, whether they're a nonprofit organization, or some other organization that wants to make a difference.